So today some packages arrived. Let me show you. Here are all the packages. These are parts for the laptop. So these two were a total of £2 and this was like 14. So in total I spent about £16 on these parts. Let's get them in the computer. So the first part I'm gonna get in is the battery over here. Let's open it up. Alright, so here's what the new battery looks like. Absolutely beautiful, and it came with a leaflet. So I'm just gonna put this in. So yeah, let's get to it. So that slides out with the old, and in with the new. Yeah, that looks better compared to the old piece, because if you can see, this one looks a lot fresher, a lot newer. This is quite old. So yeah, let's get the RAM in now. So this is presumably the first stick of RAM, and it came in this really kind of like weird, like matte, I guess. And I ordered this off of a company called CEX. Basically it's a local electronics store. I'll put a picture up of it. And oh my goodness, they have this really well packaged. They really care about RAM. Usually when I buy it in store, I just keep it in my left pocket all the way home. So let's just get it out. Look at that. 2 gigabytes of 800 megahertz. Wait, does that say 666? I'm hoping the speed is 800, because I definitely ordered 800. That says 666. I don't know, we'll put it in the machine and see if it works. So let's get this old stick of RAM out. And get the new one in. So I'm assuming that goes in there, and it should just clip in. Like that. And we'll just put this old one on the bubble wrap over here. So now we're packing 4 gigabytes of presumably 800 megahertz. I think this just labeled as 666 because it comes up in the BIOS as 800 megahertz. So let's install everything and turn it on. Okay, let's plug it in and see if it turns on. And it straight away boots up. So let's see what happens. So it's on the logo. What does it say? Time and date may be wrong, invalid configuration. This is just usual stuff. So let's see what comes up on the machine. So now it needs to boot, so let's see what comes up in, like, what was it called? Alright, so the laptop finally booted up, so I'll probably put an SSD in this next. So let's press Control Shift Escape for Task Manager, so we can have a look at the performance and see the RAM. And the battery is also working. It has actually started charging, which is pretty impressive. And the hard drive doesn't feel like it's on fire right now, so yeah. The only problem is that I have pressed it and it still hasn't loaded up, so let's have a look. I like what I'm seeing. Only 50% memory being used. Let's go into performance. Come on. Is it gonna work? Oh yeah. So now we have to address the elephant in the room, and it is this slow hard drive. So I'm gonna take this hard drive out, install an SSD if I can find it, and install Tiny 10, which is like a smaller version of Windows 10, but it still is like Windows. Alright, let's have a look in here. I'll probably have it in this box. This is like a box of old like stuff. Oh yeah, this is heavy. I have a bunch of iPads, like an iPad, old phones and stuff, and alright, this isn't the best SSD, it's only 60 gigabytes. However, I'm not gonna do a crazy amount of stuff on that laptop anyways. So yeah, let's get to install. So I decided to open up the other box, and this came in way cooler packaging. It came with the label, the RAM stick, and the CEX kind of style box. as you can see. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It came with an order label, presumably a manual. But yeah, Tiny 10 or Tiny 11. I think I'll try Tiny 11. I haven't used this yet, and this comes with no system requirement. So let's see. So let's try tune it to the let's try MBR. Yeah, BIOS. So yeah, let's try see if this works and get it running. Alright, so the download is finished. Now let's get the SSD in. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright, so let's see if this works now. So probably try it. Let's see if it turns on by itself. And it does.
Before we continue with the video, make sure to look at how long the video is. Pretty long, right? This is because I ran into an issue, so I'd appreciate if you got this vid to 5 likes and subscribed, as I'm trying to get to 200. Thanks for listening.
How beautiful. No bootable devices. Let's try F2. Perhaps we need to exit and it will reboot itself, so in that time we'll go into F12, which is presumably BIOS mode. Yeah, boot options. Alright, so it came up with some options, so let's go to USB storage device. Let's see what comes up. Would you look at that? Woohoo! Looking fresh. However, we still need to see if this even works, because I've had problems with this ISO image before, like it hasn't worked on other computers. However, I think I've selected the right settings, so let's see if this works. What a good sign. Setup is starting. So I'll try get this laptop set up, and within probably 20 to 30 minutes, it should be fresh out of the box new. So I've hit the first roadblock. So it says over here that Windows cannot be installed on this, and I think I selected the wrong file system. So it says Windows cannot be installed to the disk. The selected disk is of the GPT partition style. So I may have to take this USB out and just change up the operating system. So yeah, I'll probably come back to this, see if it works. Now we're back at the laptop, and the problem is that whilst this is GPT, which is the one that SSD supports, it's UEFI boot, which I don't think the computer of this age uses. So I'll probably try use Tiny 10. This is probably the problem I've been having with this disk, because this is what the problem is. However, it also happens to Tiny 10, so I think what we can do is just try it out with Tiny 11 and see if that works. So let's see what. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So it's been a couple of hours. I've been going trial and error, and I decided to give in and just install Tiny 10, because the problem is that the SSD in here is GPT, supports GPT. I think it was like file system, and I don't have a cable which I can use to like SATA to USB that is like usable, so I can like format it. So I just gave in and installed Tiny 10 that uses the GPT file, because it kept on failing with Tiny 11. I don't think Windows 11 supports BIOS. So F12. So now I have a feeling this should work. So if you go into USB storage right here, click enter. Wait a minute, hold on. If you saw the last clip, I was tweaking and I said, you know, I'm gonna swap over the SSDs on these two laptops because clearly the one that I bought from CEX is complete waste, and so I'm just gonna put it in this laptop right here and just use this as a server from now on and try to make this thing work because this is better. So I swapped the hard drives over SSDs or whatever you want to call them. So let's see if it actually just boots into Windows 7 because that's what I had in that laptop. Internal hard disk. So a couple of hours ago I was losing my mind over the fact that the SSD is not compatible with the operating system. So I instead installed Puppy Linux, and the idea is we format the drive using Linux and then install Windows. So let's try that. Today is day 2 of trying to add mods to the laptop I'm working on, and I'm still struggling with the SSD, but I have an idea. Here's the idea. So I take the SSD out from here, right? And I put it in here, and then format it in here, take it out, push it back in here, and then install Windows. Let's see if that works. Alright, we're inside the laptop. Now let's get the new SSD installed. So I decided that since I was in here, I might as well clean out the fan because that is pretty gross. Alright, I cleaned that up. That looks brand spanking new. Woohoo, looking fresh. Since I'm in here, might as well repaste the CPU. On second thoughts, I decided not to repaste the CPU since I can't get the other screws out. I could only get this one out. So yeah, I guess I'll just put the fan back in and just swap out the SSD. Considering the fact that I've done all this for a video, I recommend you like and subscribe because you've also made it this far. And I really work hard on these videos because, as you can see, it is not exactly easy or a good idea to open up your main laptop and kind of just take a risk. So, you know, I really appreciate that. I have the SSD secured, so let's just turn that on. And yes, this is gonna be a bit flimsy because I haven't put in all the screws. So as you can see, that is horrible play. Why is it not turned on? Alright, it's taking some time. However, it does show to be on by the caps lock key. So yeah, I think just give it a couple of minutes, it'll probably turn itself on. Alright, so it put me in this, and now I have to fix this as well. Oh my god, man, you better subscribe because this is just way too much to deal with. Oh, thank god. Oh, I was in so much panic. Oh my, thank god. Oh my god, I'm on the verge of tears, man. I'm about to lose it. I've been doing this for about 24 hours. I was just trying to put in some updates, man. Oh, thank god. We made it into the computer safely. Oh, I'm thankful for this. We made it into the computer safely. Alright, now let's get to formatting. I have finished formatting and essentially converting this disk. So now if you right click and you go into properties right here, instead of coming up as a GPT disk, think somewhere it should say it's MBR. Tools, hardware, where is it? But basically I have converted it to MBR, so that's good. So yeah, now let's just put this into the computer. After reinstalling my main SSD with all my old videos on it, I got hit with this again, so let's just put it back in. Let's see if it works. Also, I think I have to go into BIOS to also fix the timing because it thinks it's 10:25. Now, it is like 11 o'clock right now, so it's a little behind the times. It's just, yeah, I'll just log in, probably change the time. However, first of all, I want to deal with that bad boy over there. Let's see if this finally works. I am trembling right now, man. Oh my god, I put myself through so much just for this. I know it's like just technology, but like there's just something so scary about going through BitLocker. It's like an anti-piracy screen. It's just scary, you know. So let's see if this works. Cause I just formatted it and everything. There is no way this cannot work. I have spent way too long on this. Alright, let's give it a minute. Okay. See if this works. No error! No error! Oh my god. I am trembling right now. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if this actually works, man. I'm so happy. So I was scrolling on shorts and I just realized that this thing reboot. Oh my god. No way. Is it actually gonna boot into Windows 11 or is it just gonna mess me up? And by the way, this isn't actual Windows 11 because if it was, it wouldn't work with this processor. Basically, this is Tiny 11. It's like a smaller version of Windows 11 by a guy called Anti-Dev. He basically redesigned the entire operating system, kind of like the back end part, not the front end. The front end looks identical, just without all the extra bloatware and stuff. So let's see if it actually boots up. Alright, the computer just rebooted again, and it keeps on showing me this. I'm wondering what is happening right now. I'm hoping this actually works, because this is a pretty good operating system. It works pretty well on this, because the minimum this can run on, I think, is like 300 megabytes of RAM and requires about 8 to 10 gigabytes of storage, which is really great compared to the original Windows 11. Yeah, I'm at this point I'm just waiting to see if this even works. Just a moment. Why is that so like stretched? This looks like wide Putin. Like, have you ever seen those like really cheap ads where like everything is widened like this, where it's like really wide and really cheap and it just makes you laugh? Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, this is taking way too long. I think I'll just wait to see if this boots up. Okay, so this just popped up on the screen. I am not sure what's going on. I have never used this before. This looks kind of weird. It's not meant to be stretched, and it is lagging very badly. Yeah, I'm not sure this is good. However, I'm gonna set this up and see what happens. This laptop finally booted up after what seemed like about an hour. And I know the timing is wrong. However, let's see if this works. Let me just log in. Let's see. Oh. Yo, we actually got in. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's wait. Okay, we are inside the laptop. What a success, I will say. I'm absolutely amazed by the fact that Windows works on it. And even the time fixed itself. Look at that. 12:19. It's correct. So yeah, there is the end of this video. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. I did way too much for this. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.